exactly. So, I mean,
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Bodes well for the team to have made grand finals in their first event. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Kind of what we saw from the new iteration of Phoenix 1 last week. But as we know, nothing's guaranteed here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. Our reigning champions, Phoenix 1, were taken out this week. And our reigning champions last week were upset as well. So reigning champions having a tough time making it through that VSS bracket where they once roamed. They are no longer welcome.
Right, absolutely. So now we are here with Anime Super Soldiers and Serenity up in the grand finals. First matches here on Bind. And let's run through this because I'm pretty sure I just saw a Sage on the side of Anime Super Soldiers.
These guys are trolling. No, I don't. I genuinely, I don't think that. I do think Sage is finding, like, she's not coming back into the meta. Sage, you know, kind of not good, to put it gently. But having said that, I do think Sage has her niche in the meta. I think there is a place for Sage in the meta. And what there is also a place for is our exclamation point Red Bull giveaway in chat. Yeah, brilliant segue there. You like that?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Exclamation point Red Bull in chat for your chance to have a 4-pack of delicious Red Bull sent to you by yours truly. We will package it up for you. We will pat the box nicely and send it on over, and that will be yours. So be sure to get into chat as Serenity are sure to get their hands dirty here in this grand finals going up against the Anime Super Soldiers. And now Justinova taking the fight right to the defenders here. Sends out the paint shells, sending out the right clicks, but it's gonna be Pha who wins out in the end. A sliver of HP remaining, but that sends the Serenity Soldiers on over to B site.
Oh my goodness. That was a really quick and very interesting rotation there. Bjorn's going to take down Sim in a nice reactionary shot there. Bang, still kind of chilling out on the site. And, oh my goodness, there's going to be a Sova fight inside of the teleporter. And I don't even know what is going on here. Chemicals doing some work. And a perfectly placed wall is going to keep Serenity off of the spike. I mean, there it is.
Oh my goodness, wow.
There it is.
What can you say other than wow from Anime Super Soldiers? Dancing on the razor's edge of survival there. All of their members brought into the red of their HP banks, but that expertly placed Sage wall not only saves the team, but saves the round, prevents Serenity from stopping that defuse. And I mean, when I'm right, I'm right. I said it. Sage has this place, has this niche in the meta where A, people aren't expecting it, but B, you just got to plan it out right, and it comes alive. So Sage already making a massive impact here. Game 1 of the grand finals. So that recon dart gives big info over to Chemicals, and he goes wild with it alongside Critical. That's 3 quick and fast kills. Make it for Serenity without a hope here in the second round.
That was really tough to watch. I think Justinova, like, kind of got a little ahead of himself jumping into this situation. I don't know if he, like, knew at the moment he was jumping in that there were 3 members of Anime Super Soldiers there on B long. It might have been a little slow information in that situation, but yeah, that was a little tough to watch at the moment. But
yeah, and that was a force buy from Serenity. They had stingers, they had armor, and they got flawless. If you can make that a verb, which I just did. Serenity got taken for a ride by the Anime Super Soldiers, and now they're knocked back down to Sheriffs and a singular Bucky, if my eyes serve me correctly. So we'll see if Serenity can find a bit of a thrifty here. So that's all there is for them to find here in this third round. The force buy not paying off as they had hoped it would.
He's going to take out that grenade. Sim!
Ooh. Yo.
Gets a beautiful headshot onto Critical. Oh no!
I was rooting for the Bucky, but it's gonna be the Spectre. It's gonna be the turret that win out in the end. Pha Picks up the double kill, picks up the triple kill. Can he find the quadra kill? Is Sim backed into this corner now, sets himself aflame. Oh no, and now the walls are really closing in. Sim takes the head off of prevents the quadra kill rather, but it's gonna be Chemicals delivering the triple round streak over to the Anime Super Soldiers. And what a statement from these guys here. Game 1 Grand Finals.
My goodness. I mean, last round was almost a mirror matchup between Serenity and Sedated, and now Anime Super Soldiers are just throwing in these weird picks. You've got the Sage, you've got the Killjoy, and they are doing absolute work right now.
Yeah.
It's tough for Serenity in this moment, and you know, coming off of that last round where it was a totally different pace, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's definitely up to Serenity here to make the adaptation. Anime Super Soldiers have got their game plan locked and loaded, ready to go. Justin Ova, though, wins out over Critical, but Bjor wins out over the two members of Serenity and Hookah here as the kills fly in fast and furious. Anime Super Soldiers with the edge. Can they maintain it here? Two members of Serenity remaining locked into this B corridor, but Sim finds a way out, will be able to take down Frosty ZK as the lockdown forces the attackers away from that B side of the map. It's going to be around the backside here, around the T side of the map to pinch in with his teammate Chemicals here. Oh, Sim, so sneaky here. But Chemicals plays the ankle exactly perfect. That is expert timing placement from Chemicals. And that very well could lead to a secured retake from the Anime Super Soldiers.
I think Bang got a little mad in that situation. He's like, how did it spot me out? Oh my goodness, a beautiful flick. He's going to try and get out of that. And he does. Is he going to win out?
Wow.
He does. What a beautiful clutch from Bang. And that's going to put a first point on the board for Serenity.
Such an important round for Serenity. It comes down to the wire there. Bang, showing exactly what he's made of there in that clutch situation. Comes out on top over the two remaining Anime Super Soldiers. And that was a massively important round for Serenity to pick up. Let's see if they can keep it rolling, but there is a big defensive wall in their way, and I ain't talking about Sage.
I will say, Sage's changes recently have been really nice. The wall, ooh, let's actually see where this goes. I don't think it went where he wanted it to go. But Sage's walls now spawn with full HP, and that's what the big difference is, especially in those clutch moments where, you know, earlier where she was covering the spike diffuser. That was
so
huge.
Weak.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be so weak because it spawned at low health. You could just spray it down immediately. Now that full health is there. It stays there longer. And, yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, nice to see the adjustment there. Oh, and nice to see you, Chemicals. Snipes down Brock. Sim trying to get the follow-up here, but Anime Super Soldiers have concealed themselves here on a B site, and that's going to force the rotate from Serenity. Anime Super Soldiers ready to go. Sim playing for a flank here in the meanwhile. We'll see how that unfolds as the rest of Serenity move their way out onto A site, but there is so much in their way, they've got to send it right back on over to B.
Oh. But Anime Super Soldiers, we're ready. They were ready for it.
Oh no, wow. Sim got the first shot, but will not get the kill. Chemicals gets the snipe onto Root, and this is all falling apart here for Serenity. Bang gets the kill onto Critical as he pushes through the teleporter, but here comes backup as the clock winds down for Serenity. There is no hope of them taking this round. They've just got to try and survive for now. And again, I hate to harp on it, but an expertly played round from Anime Super Soldiers delivers them a fourth round, 5 rounds in.
My goodness. This is a crazy grand finals already. I mean, Serenity were looking so buff all throughout the entirety of the tournament. Even up against Sedated, who gave them a really big run for their money.
Yeah.
But now Anime Super Soldiers, they're looking pretty super right now.
Yeah.
Definitely channeling some of that anime power. They've got the power of God anime on their side.
Two strongest forces known to man.
Yeah.
Anime Super Soldiers, I would be interested to see what the score of their semifinals matches. I didn't have a chance to chalk that out. Oh, as Root His dreams crushed by the weight of Chemicals up there. Serenity still trying to push forward here. Justinova, but Justinova gets his wings clipped out of the air. Bang finds a bit of revenge, but not before Chemical finds 2 big kills onto Serenity. Sim shoots Fa in the back with expert positioning as Frosty gets the revenge here. Here comes Bjor in support, has popped the heal, has the res ready. Can he get it in time here? Does pop the res. Critical gets the kill onto Brock, and that's going to be yet another round to the side of Anime Super Soldiers, and it really never looked in doubt for their side. And what I was going to say before all that action happened is I'd be interested to see the score of Anime Super Soldiers semifinals match, because we know Serenity, they were taken down to the wire there by Sedated. They had to give it their all. They had to leave it out all on the line there up against Sedated. You have to wonder about what the stamina is looking like. What is the mental fortitude looking like? Because right now it looks like Anime Super Soldiers, they, as you said, got the power of God and anime on their side, and goodness gracious, they've got the edge here in this first half.
Yes, they do, and they are going a little wild with it right now. Bjor, the Sage, is going absolutely wild right now as well on this site, on Serenity, on everything going on right now, and that was just a push from Serenity that fell apart.
Ay, choice plays. Serenity, I think. So that was a bit of an eco round for them, for sure. You can see the full buys coming in, so a bit of a round for them to play with. But I hate to be a naysayer. I hate to be a downer. You know, I'm not here to come down on you guys. But I really questioned that push from Serenity. Specifically, it worked in the first stage of the round, getting themselves a decent chunk of territory there on A site. But it looked like they got out onto site and they got this control, and then they were like, what do we do now? They kind of just fell into what seemed to be a trap set by the Anime Super Soldiers. They had those 2 members ready to go in A showers, and so they were ready to give away that real estate to Serenity, and Serenity played right into the hands of Anime Super Soldiers there.
Yeah, and you were asking earlier, you were wanting to know what the score was for the semifinals match. It was 13-6 up against Take Flight.
Whoa.
Who dominated the last team that they played.
Yeah, that's really impressive, I have to say. I would speak very highly of Take Flight's roster. Really, really strong team, and that is about as big of a statement as you can make in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, is a 13-6 victory in the semifinals, no less, over a team like Take Flight. Massively impressive, but can we expect any less from Super Soldiers? I mean, you got a bunch of Master Chief dudes running around.
Exactly, it's kind of scary to go up against. They are definitely a titanic roster here. But here we go, another commitment onto the site. But the Hunter's Fury is going to go out into the elbow, and it's actually going to do a little bit of damage to his own team. Brock, though, is going to take down Critical, his rival Sova. That's perfect. There's still another one in elbow here. It is Fa. Will he be able to get a nice big headshot in this moment? He is clearing his angles in a perfect way. He's checking out. I don't know if he's going to be able to win out up against Sim here, but does Sim know that there are 2 members here? Oh my goodness, gets one gets 2.
Remaining.
Expertly played from Bang, the paranoia there. Ooh. And the double kill from Bang. That is a round for Serenity, but more so that is a round for Bang. Bang, take a bow, gave the kills over to his team with that paranoia, and then picked up the remaining kills for himself. An excellent play to get Serenity back into this match. They need to get the momentum rolling. They need to get the confidence building, and that's exactly the kind of round they need to put together.
Yeah, this is really huge from Anime Super Soldiers, but a solid round like that from Serenity is exactly what we need to see to, I mean, just to help us, really, to know that they are actually going to be, you know, okay in this grand finals. And I feel comfortable saying that Serenity can totally bring this back. They are on the attack, and here they are attacking on the B site, doing tons of damage to Chemicals. And this is a really rough situation for Anime Super Soldiers, but also, my goodness, Dilly
Chemicals is so good at the game. He can get it done with an op. He can get it done with a classic. It simply does not matter. You are lost in the face of Chemicals. Goodness gracious, what a play. What a triple kill. Anime super soldiers, that is, strike right back, get themselves a 7th round, get themselves a secured lead here in this first half. Goodness gracious, Chemicals, 13-3-3. Do you think that's MVP material? Yeah, I think that's MVP material.
I think so too.
Yo, Chemicals, do you need a HyperX headset?
Because you're about to get one, brother.
You are going to get one signed, stamped in the mail on the way. Keep playing like that. Oh, what a brilliant recon bolt. Love to see that. But see if it leads to the play that Serenity need here as Anime Super Soldiers get so aggro up B long. They are ready to take these chances here, but it may play right into the hands of Serenity as they look to drive a wedge between these defenders.
This is something that I really gotta say. I mean, they're kind of, Serenity are starting to pull out the really high-tech stuff here. They're sending in those crazy recon bolts, which they weren't doing for any other team on Bind. Now they know that Anime Super Soldiers are here, meaning business. So they are pulling out the high-tech. And they are, I mean, they're doing really well. Frosty ZK takes down Sim in the background. This is a really tough situation for Serenity. It is a 5v4. The health pools are not looking good on the side of Serenity.
Anime Super Soldiers once again, a prime opportunity. Can they capitalize? Right now looking very dicey for the defenders here. Serenity doing well to hold on to the site. Bang and Brock combined for 2 big kills, and that leaves Critical in the 1v3. This could be a 3rd round for Serenity, and it is. Serenity showing signs of life yet, but they're gonna need a little more than that.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're pulling out the big tech right now. They know that Anime Super Soldiers are, they mean business right now.
And which is a cool adaptation to see, because that is something we said is now Serenity needs to make the adaptation. They need to make the change, and that is the adaptation we're seeing. Is Serenity's like, all right, they're unlocking the safe. They're pulling out, the files and saying, all right, here's the super secret strats that we save, only for the big time. And Anime Super Soldiers getting a taste of exactly what Serenity is capable of here. We'll see if that's enough to bring Serenity level with the Super Soldiers. But for now, Super Soldiers have themselves a solid lead. They have themselves a solid foundation to start moving into the second half. As they close out the first, here comes the showstopper. Justanova connects on the foe, but Chemicals finds the revenge, finds the double kill before getting taken out by Brock, and we are quickly into a 3v3 here as Serenity struggle to hold on to A site, but it may be taking too long as here comes Bjor with the res, with the kill, and how the tides have shifted once more as Bang picks up the double kill. Will it be enough? No, because Bjor picks up the triple kill.
Oh my goodness, I don't even care. Like, that was insane. The amount of fragging potential in that entire round was more than we've seen this entire tournament, basically.
Chemicals got a double kill and then died. And like you said, my mind can't even comprehend the fragging potential. Like you said, Chemicals went big, and then Bjor one-upped him 2 seconds later. And it's so, I don't want to say rare, but it's not often that you see so much just explosive raw potential in a singular round like that.
Yeah.
Just so impressive here from the Anime Super Soldiers. Of course, we would expect nothing less of someone with the confidence to name themselves the Anime Super Soldiers.
Yeah. But also from Root. I mean, did you see the flicks from Root onto people's heads?
Yeah.
That was just pure reflex, pure muscle memory. The wall comes up, but Justinova's actually going to take him down with the paint shells. Oh my gosh, they are inside of Hookah. This is a ridiculous push.
I don't know what to say about that other than, wow. These teams are going all for it. They are leaving nothing left on the map here. Serenity with that cheeky little teleport. Bang sends the spike on over to A side. Serenity get themselves a bit of a foothold here, but Sim only with the Sheriff, no armor, a decent utility, and not the timing. that he would have liked.
Turn around, Sim,
I'm
please.
begging you to turn around. Oh, the message came in too late for Sim, and that is going to be Anime Super Soldiers with a rather tactile retake there on the side of Serenity, and Anime Super Soldiers wrap up that first half 9-3 as Pho eats a Hunter's Fury for breakfast, lunch, and dinner moving into the second half.
Wow, a 9-3 half up against Serenity.
And I mean, we were singing the praises of Chemicals, rightly so, but check out Bang on the opposite side, 15-8. This guy is not ready to lay down without a fight.
No, not at all. And that's what I'm saying, man. These guys are really coming up. They're, I don't know. The adrenaline is in.
Yeah.
The Red Bulls have been drank, and it is on right now
cracked
between
open.
Anime Super Soldiers and Serenity. This is going to be a crazy second half.
Yeah, Serenity, I mean, just so much work on their hands here, but if anyone was capable, it certainly would be these guys. See how they handle this second half. Chemicals, undeterred by the Recon Bolt, will move forward here. And already a slower pistol round than the one we saw in the first half. These teams, as the stakes get higher, so does the tension. Chemicals gets the action started, takes the head off of Brock. Now Anime Super Soldiers with freedom to move about the cabin. Pho takes down Justin Ova there in showers, and Serenity all across the map are losing out on these duels. Bang will get the revenge onto Pho, but that's going to be Chemicals picking up his second kill of the round. Here comes Sim. Sim takes down Chemicals. That's all fine. The kills, they're coming in for Serenity, but it's simply not enough.
Wow. Dilly G, all I can really say right now is wow.
Yeah.
What a crazy series we are watching right now. It is 10-3. Anime Super Soldiers are 2 points away from game 1 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown Grand Finals.
Yeah, I mean, I will say too, this is certainly reminiscent of last week's performance from Phoenix 1 .gg up against Trojan GG, where going into it, we're like, these are two teams very evenly matched in talent and skill. Oh, but one of them seems to be running away with it here thus far. We'll see if Serenity can stop the bleeding, or if Anime Super Soldiers will keep inflicting the pain. Bjor takes down Sim. Pho trading there with Justin Ova, but Justin Ova saved by Root. Takes down Pho. Serenity get themselves onto a 4v4, but the positioning now from Anime Super Soldiers leads them onto the B site.
Deploying drone.
Yes, it does, and now they have the B site in their hands. There goes the Sage Wall. Oh my goodness, the paint shells come out, and the slow critical on the background takes out Bang. That is an integral member of Serenity, and oh no, they are just losing out on the gunfights between Anime Super Soldiers. They're doing the damage, but they're not getting the kills.
Goodness gracious, my heart is breaking for Serenity here. You can tell these guys are fighting so hard here. Justin Ova trying to get every absolute inch out of this round, but will be stopped short by Bjor. They are fighting with all of their hearts, but Anime Super Soldiers are just too buff.
Just too buff indeed, Dilly. I mean, they just handed over the Bulldog over to Chemicals.
Yeah, you don't need an op. Just,
yeah.
just hang on to the Bulldog.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like giving someone a Bulldog is like when you give someone like the bad controller, you know, like the player 4 controller, the Mad Catz controller.
Right.
That's what it always was. It was always a Mad Catz controller for some reason. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. He says, I'm going to win with a Mad Catz controller regardless.
Exactly. Here we go. This is another round in this game 1 of the grand finals. Anime Super Soldiers are looking pretty darn super, but Root gets the headshot with the knives onto critical. That's a good start for Serenity in this moment, but I don't know what's going to happen. Anime Super Soldiers are playing this really slowly. Kind of uncharacteristic of them at the moment, but they're looking for that extra pick. Chemicals might actually be able to pick up that Vandal.
This is what we see from the teams that can do this, that can do put in the best performances is this change of pace. The best teams can mix it up, and that's what we're seeing from Anime Soldiers. But Root ready to go, gets the knives onto Fuff for his second kill of the round. Root gets the triple kill for good measure. Can Root bring Serenity another round win that they desperately need? Chemicals still gonna stand in the way of all that nonsense. And here comes Anime Super Soldiers back onto the B side. Do they know Sim is lurking in the teleporter room? No, they get caught. They get shot right in the back. Now the 1v1 here towards Hookah. Sim wins out with the classic right click, and Serenity, a round they so desperately need, they get, but they need about 7 more.
Yeah. But man, if any roster could do it, it could be Serenity. I mean, like, this is their first tournament as the Serenity roster. I mean, they've gone in the VSS as Lemonade Stand a couple of times with this particular roster, and I feel like every single week they've gotten better. But under the Serenity banner, under the backing of an incredible just team in general, really, they have the potential to really fly high, that's for sure.
Definitely, definitely. We've seen Serenity as an organization capable of putting together some of the best teams. Oh, goodness. But it may take more than the best to put up a fight here with the Anime Super Soldiers. The kills traded 1-for-1 thus far here in the 16th round. Serenity still playing confidently here. Can Sim win out? Oh, Sim had to trade with 3 members there, but Brock right around the corner to back him up, and Serenity look to combo these 2 rounds in a row. Can they stop the clutch here from Frosty? Yes. Yes.
Oh.
I almost spoke too soon, but yes. They put down the rebellion.
Yeah, absolutely. They are putting down the Super Soldiers. Getting a little serum of themselves, or for themselves, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got to get that Captain America machine.
Exactly.
You got to get yourself in there.
First half looking like the first half of the first Captain America, you know.
Just a normal guy.
Little skinny guy, you know, but then
you get
second
the juice.
half, you get the juice. And now Serenity is looking pretty buffed, trying to come back here in this situation. Anime Super Soldiers still a Titan in front of them. Are they going to be the giant slayers that we know they are?
They have the capability.
We have the capability.
They have the technology. But can they be bothered? Let's find out. No, Serenity, as I said before, they have been throughout this whole game putting up the fight of their lives, and Sim pushing things to the absolute maximum edge here on this flank. Oh, Sim, you are a madman! Oh, Sim goes fishing, finds 2 big old fish, gets the double kill, and that looks like another round going on over to Serenity. Can Anime Super Soldiers clutch out this 3v5, make it a 2v5 here as Sim going absolutely bonkers here, pushing forward with reckless abandon. Who can try and stop him? Certainly not Fuff, certainly not Critical. Sim with the ace. Serenity very much alive.
That was the most ridiculous ace. You better clip that. That's got to be in the top 5. That's for dang sure.
That was so sick from Sim. I was almost certain he was going to go for the knife kill, but Sim, a bit more big-brained than that.
Yeah.
A little more wise than yours truly. Just cleans up with the Phantom, and then with the confidence of those 2 early kills, pushes forward and gets the rest, gets the next 3. A big play from Sim there, keeping Serenity alive. See if they can carry this momentum further here, as now Anime Super Soldiers on the eco have a tough job to do, but we've already seen them put together a thrifty here in this game. Can they do it again? They're off to the right start with Fuff taking the head off of Justinova. Can Super Soldiers continue to press this advantage?
Oh my goodness, these flicks from Anime Super Soldiers are absolutely disgusting. 2 quick sheriff flicks from them, and that's going to be a free gun, at least for Fuh, at least that one. So they might actually commit the lockdown in this situation. They've got some guns possibly in their hands. Oh, but Brock is there.
Bjor with the instant res there. Brings Critical back, but here comes Brock with that Hunter's Fury, and he's going to be able to find big damage, big intel for the side of Serenity. Takes down 2 members of Anime Super Soldiers super low, and Root finishes the job, gets the double kill. Can he find any more with that operator? Root still very much alive in this game, still very much a factor. Here he comes with a push. Root with a triple kill. What can he find here?
I don't even know, but he is doing the big brain things that he can. Root being the absolute anchor for this site right now, completely dissuading any sort of push from Anime Super Soldiers, getting the most ridiculous kills. And there it is. Frosty goes down to Bang, and the smokes are about to go down, and Fog goes down as well. My goodness, what a round from Serenity.
Absolutely clinical from Root, from Brock, from Bang there. A massive performance from that. All three of those guys in that round, they combined to completely dismantle the attack from Anime Super Soldiers, but now we are in a very, very crucial round. Anime Super Soldiers with the Vandals, with the Phantoms, with the full armor up against the big guns of Serenity. Can Anime Super Soldiers get themselves onto the game point they feel they've earned, or can Serenity keep the comeback rolling? We'll find out. Justinova with the fireworks sends him out. Will find big damage onto Bjor, but it's going to be Frosty who finds the opening kill onto Sim. Oh, Bjor brought so low, hasn't popped the heal quite yet, and as I say that, does pop the heal.
Yeah.
And we'll start restoring some of that HP.
It's going to be pretty tough for Bjor still, because if you self-heal with Sage's heal, it's only 60 HP. So even with that heal, he's probably only going to get up to about 70 HP in total, which is about 2.5 shots from a Phantom to the body.
Well, Bjor definitely adapted to that situation perfectly by letting his teammates just get the kills instead.
Absolutely.
And so that brilliant play from Bjor has brought Anime Super Soldiers into a 5v1.
What?
Make it a 4v1 though. Root is the one. Can he find anything else? Takes the head off of one, pops the knives, but Fa and the rest of the Anime Super Soldiers put a stop to that. And now Anime Super Soldiers, they dropped 4 rounds, but they get one back, and that is enough to bring them onto game point.
I gotta say, check. I gotta say, there we go. I gotta say, I could not help but laugh in that situation because of just like the sheer comedy of what that was. 4 members just barreling down, pulling the knives out, trying to get as much as done as possible. But my goodness, that was just crazy gameplay from these teams. Chemicals takes the head off of Sim in a nice little flick on B-Long. And now it's the 2 Jet Oppers. Yeah,
that's something I didn't even realize going into this round, is that round win was enough to get Chemicals the op back in his hands after Anime Super Soldiers they only had the Vandals and Phantoms previously, but now Chemicals with the op may be enough to secure game 1 for the side of the Anime Super Soldiers. What can Justinova do about it? He can take down your healer with the paint shells, and Bang follows up, takes down his rival Ohm, and Serenity still with a hope here in this round. Critical though, pushing forward, takes down Justinova, and that's gonna prompt the push from Anime Super Soldiers.
Bang actually kind of retreats with the teleport, but Root, my goodness, gets a beautiful shot onto Chemicals, but Fa is going to be able to trade that one out. It's just 2v2, a perfect position for that for the turret right in front of him. And I'm actually flabbergasted as to what's going on right now.
I'm not sure how the spike got up there. It must have been from the teleport there. But yeah, Anime Super Soldiers in a bit of a ridiculous position here, and it's gonna deliver a round win onto Serenity. I'm not quite sure what happened there to deliver that spike into such an unreachable position, but certainly Anime Super Soldiers shot themselves in the foot with what was a prime opportunity to close out this game. They've got to get it done once more here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like they're actually putting a pretty nice dent into the bankroll of Anime Super Soldiers here. Serenity still have a pretty decent bankroll themselves at the moment, but still, this is kind of the battle of, oh my goodness, Root with just ridiculous, I don't know. I don't know, Dilly. What do you call that?
Reaction. Ridiculous, inhumane reactions. Bjor gets the trading kill onto Sim, gets traded out by Brock. And so that is the edge here for Serenity, a 4v3 off the back of that big snipe from Root onto Chemicals, winning the Jet op duel in that iteration. Now Justinova sends out the Roomba, and it meets its demise, and that's going to let Pha push forward. But Pha is the lone attacker remaining as his teammates die on the opposite side of the map, and so does the Spike. So Serenity continuing to inch themselves ever closer, but all they can hope for now is OT.
Yeah, and what a hope that is. I mean, Serenity doing a great job on the defender side right now. They've won 6 rounds on this side out of 9. And my goodness, I'm on the edge of my seat right now, Dilly. What I was talking about last round is the fact that Anime Super Soldiers' bankroll was almost nil. And now they're on a save round. Serenity definitely have a few opportunities to continue this momentum. But we've seen some of these save rounds in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and sometimes they don't always go in the favor of the opposite side.
Yeah, I mean, today even. We saw that even today. So certainly not unheard of, but this is a extraordinary situation for these teams to be in. We'll see if Anime Super Soldiers can rise to the occasion with the pistols in hand, but the job for Critical made that much harder there by the shock dart. See what Serenity can get off of that. As Anime Super Soldiers now committing to the B site. There goes the smokes down. Oh, but
wow.
So goes down, does Critical there to Root. So Serenity in a prime position here to get themselves onto double digits.
Yeah, and they're kind of, I think they're kind of feeling the fact that there's going to be a push on over to the A side. Justinova takes out Bjor. Chemicals trades him out. This is going to be a tough situation for Anime Super Soldiers, but we've seen crazier things just like that. Frosty and Pha together pull off a beautiful double. It is a 3v2 now, and what shouldn't have happened, Brock gets another kill on the side of Serenity. It is a 2v1 situation. What just happened? It happened so fast.
Wow, Anime Super Soldiers looked all but set to secure that thrifty round for the dub, but Brock comes in clutch, quite literally. Picks out the double kill there for Serenity, saves their skin, and now Serenity, what looked impossible for them, they've gotten 7 out of the last 8 rounds and are now within 2 rounds of the Anime Super Soldiers, and more importantly, they are on double digits.
Ooh, we might actually see an overtime.
Looks quite likely.
I almost said over T because I wanted to say OT and overtime at the same time. You know, brain does brain things.
If you're drinking tea, you know, that makes sense.
Totally.
Oh, nice bounce there from Critical, but I don't believe that reveals anyone from the side of Serenity. Here comes Sim with the run it back on the flank, takes down Pha. That's a massive gain for Serenity here up against the Anime Super Soldiers in this 23rd round.
They're going to have hookah control, but this is going to be a jump of death for sure. They are sending the Owl drone out, which is perfect for their situation to get as much information as possible. My goodness, Chemicals is already on the site and in a beautiful position, but the Hunter's Fury takes out the rival Sova. This is looking so good for Serenity. It is a 4v2 situation, and Bjor is brought so low by the shock dart.
Wow, what has happened to the Anime Super Soldiers? They have completely fallen apart here in the second round. This was their game to win. This was their game to wrap up and send it home, but they have dropped way too many rounds to the side of Serenity, and now Serenity not only with an opportunity, but with the best opportunity to send this into overtime. Serenity, we said it early on, if there was going to be any team that brings this back, it is Serenity, and brought it back they have, as now Serenity 1 round away from sending this into overtime. What can the Anime Super Soldiers do about that?
At the moment, I don't know. But all I know is they've got to get these picks. Gotta get these picks in this huge situation. Chemical is already taken a ton of ground from Serenity. Actually kind of put him on the back foot. It's just Nova, but it doesn't even matter. He still gets the kill.
Oh man, now here comes the action, here comes the fireworks, and here comes Root with the double kill so fast. Will get taken out, but we are quickly brought into a 2v1 favoring Serenity. Critical, the lone attacker remaining. Can he save this game for his team? Can he prevent the OT? The damage has gone out, but the kill won't be found. That's Serenity taking the round, and ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves overtime.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Serenity off the Red Bull, off the Super Soldier Secret Serum, and going absolute ham on the second half, bringing it to overtime in what seemed like a destitute situation. Serenity continuing on, plowing away, really.
I mean, to be frank with you, no matter how good Serenity is, there's no business of them having taken the last 10 of the last 11 rounds. Yeah. I mean, I have to say, we were really big on Anime Super Soldiers, and rightly so, as they established such a massive lead early on, but that is a big fault. Yeah. They're in their gameplay here, and so we'll see if they can pick up the pieces, but it gets much harder to do when you're losing out on trades like that. Serenity win the 2-for-1 here, so now only 3 defenders remaining, and Chemicals can't connect the shot onto the rival Jet. That's going to let Root push on forward out onto B side, and Chemicals gets taken out by Justinova. This round all but set to go over to the side of Serenity. What can Frosty do about it? Frosty with the double kill here brings the Anime Super Soldiers on to level footing here. Spike will go down. Can Super Soldiers put this retake together?
Man, the only... Oh my goodness, no! Frosty takes down Justinova in a situation that Justinova should have won. It is a 1v1 situation, but no! It is a clutch situation for a 3K for Brock. It doesn't even matter. I was literally just about to say, this overtime is going to be intrinsic on who wins the attacker side.
Yes, yeah, absolutely right. Because as the scoreline tells us, this is a very defending-sided map here today. I won't vouch for that always being the case, but certainly in this grand finals here and now, the defender side certainly looks to be the favored side, and Serenity get it done on the less optimal side. So now Serenity, I say it a lot, they've got themselves a prime opportunity to close this game out. Can they avoid falling into the same trap that Anime Super Soldiers got themselves stuck in the second half? We'll see. It's Anime Super Soldiers. They've got to clutch this one out. They're putting all of their eggs in the A basket, and Justinova cracking those eggs. He's making an omelet with the triple kill. Here comes the showstopper for the quadra kill. One member of Anime Super Soldiers remaining. Critical, in a critical time of the game, gets the triple, and that is all he'll get. Serenity mount the comeback of a lifetime. Serenity take game 1 over the Anime Super Soldiers.
Man, I was feeling real bad about Serenity in the first half of that match, but my goodness, they brought it back in the biggest way, and that is so freaking fantastic. We love to watch games like that. I am so excited to see what happens on game 2 when they play on Ascent.
Yeah, words escape me for one of the few times in my life. Very often do I have something to say. I think Joyce would certainly vouch.
No.
But in this case, there is just so much to process here in this series. What a match. I mean, what dominance from the Anime Super Soldiers there to bring their lead to what? I believe 10-3, like 10-2, or right about, 10-3. Yeah. Absolutely. The game was done and dusted at that point. Game was practically over, but Serenity, they got one round here, they get one round here, and slowly clawed their way back until suddenly they took 10 of 11 rounds in the second half and brought us into overtime and quickly cinched it up, took it home, and that's Serenity stealing away game 1 from the Anime Super Soldiers. And now, what is interesting about moving on to Ascent is we are moving on to the Anime Super Soldier map pick.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we actually did see them earlier in the group stage with
Yes.
Laz and Kappa, and we saw them absolutely dominate on this map. So,
Serenity?
no, Anime Super Soldiers.
I don't believe we saw them earlier on stream.
Oh, okay. I
I don't think so. I would have remembered.
Yeah, but anyways, either way, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a really telling map to see what happens. But we are just about to go on to a 2-minute break really quick just to give ourselves some time. And we are going to jump into Game 2 on Ascent between Anime Super Soldiers and Serenity.
I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're mine. I know that you're I know that you're hoping for a redo. I know that you're mine, but I wish we could pause and press rewind. When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. Might run out of time, so why can't we just pause and press rewind? When I'm not with you, boy, you got me hoping for a redo. I know that you're I know that you're
Welcome back, everyone. We are here in the grand finals, week number 34 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. That was a very sweaty match to start off this best of three series. Serenity with a mountain of a comeback over the Anime Super Soldiers. Now, Serenity 1 game away from their first ever Valorant Sunday Showdown title. And I do want to start off with a small correction. I went to break by saying we hadn't seen Anime Super Soldiers on stream quite yet today. That was incorrect. We did see them in the group stages up against Prospect, and they were dominating on this map. So Anime Super Soldiers, with their map pick of Ascent, have to be feeling somewhat confident going into this game, but maybe not as confident as they potentially could have been feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that second half, it's got to be a feels bad, especially coming off of a 9-3 first half.
Yeah.
It's got to kind of not feel too good, really. And, I mean, here we are. We're jumping into Ascent, a map that we saw them earlier on kind of dominate on, and up against Prospects, who is a fantastic team. They are a team that came from CSGO. They had a long-running competitive time in CSGO.
Yeah.
So this, I'm sure, is like a little bit different, obviously, because it's a totally different game, totally different strats, etc.
Totally different time of day.
yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, they've definitely got a ton of potential, but Anime Super Soldiers taking them down like that, you know, it's... We're definitely going to see some pretty crazy plays up here in Ascent.
We'll see how this one shakes down. Both teams spreading their members across the map. No one 5-stacking either side quite yet here. Both teams getting a feel for how they're going to be set up here in this first half. Serenity starting out on defense. Anime Super Soldiers on attack here. And Anime Super Soldiers playing the long con, playing the slow roll here. They've left the spike over towards that B corridor, maybe trying to look for a way in, maybe looking for a reason to rotate. But Serenity holding their cards close to their chest, not going all in quite yet.
Yeah, it's definitely a, I mean, totally different feel from Bind. Both of those pistol rounds we saw, I mean, like the second half, we saw a little slower of a pistol round, but it still kind of explosively came out. But that very first pistol round was insanely explosive. But here we go. Chemicals picks up the first kill of Game 2 in the Grand Finals onto Root. And that's going to be a good start for Anime Super Soldiers.
Yeah, Anime Super Soldiers now with a wide open door to get onto A site. Here comes Serenity on the defense. What can they do about it? A big shock dart there coming out from Brock. Gets the damage started out on the FUD. And here comes Justinova. Brock finishes off Bjor on the side here. What can Justinova find? Sends out the satchel almost for a big reward there, but it will not find any members of Anime Super Soldiers. Anime Super Soldiers getting the spike down. Now holding down this A site. Sim traded out there for critical, and here come the kills for the Anime Super Soldiers. Can they hold on? Yes. Yes, they can. And one thing we got to point out here is the agent select rolled in a bit too quickly, is we do want to look at the agent adjustments here from Anime Super Soldiers. We see Chemicals dropping the Jet for the Reyna. Pha, I believe, dropping the Killjoy, correct, for the Jet, and now Bjor picking up that Killjoy over the Sage. So a lot of big changes here from Anime Super Soldiers, and I gotta say, it always feels like a bit of a gamble when you're not only changing up the map, but you're changing up so many agents as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are some top-tier teams for sure that know what they're doing, and they play these a lot. They know exactly what they like on each map. It's definitely... I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of tier lists for agents come out on social media recently about who's good on what, but ultimately, I think it's just your playstyle on some of these maps. These maps are totally different. And oh my goodness, Chemicals takes down Justinova in a big way. And here it is, the commitment onto the B side. Sim gets a beautiful headshot onto Frosty and some damage out as well. Sends the molly to stave off any sort of push. And here we are. Dilly G, what is going on?
Anime Super Soldiers put together a formidable execute there onto B site, and Serenity had a tall task to live up to try and hold it off, but Serenity rose to the occasion, and that leads them to this really excellent rotate. They are ready and waiting for Anime Super Soldiers out onto A site with this force by Root. Makes the investment pay off with the kill. Can he find more dividends? Ooh, he's hunting. Ooh, he's fishing. What can he find? He finds Fa on the backside, brought to a 2v1 now favoring Serenity. The force buy paying off in a big way, but Bjor on this flank from heaven could catch Serenity off guard. Oh, but Serenity are ready for it. Get the damage, and that's going to be the round for Serenity. I absolutely love the second round force buy delivering the dub.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they needed in this moment. I mean, this pretty much the same thing happened. They force bought in the second round, and Serenity actually lost out on Bind. But this time, it pays off big for Serenity. That's going to be a nice big round for them, and because Anime Super Soldier saved, they're not going to get as much cash in the bank this time.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool to see Serenity taking these second round gambles, because it is a gamble.
Yeah,
it is a really
gosh,
big gamble, and we saw it not pay off in the first half of the last game, but it does pay off this time around. We saw this idea of the second round force buy kind of fall off actually the last couple of weeks. Wasn't as popular, but Justinova showing us exactly why it was popular and why it may still be. Gets the opening kill onto Fa, and Root catches Chemicals, taking a skip through the meadow here, and Serenity look all but set to take a flawless second round here.
I have not seen that before. I mean, we always used to see on Ascent, people would just like give up mid. They wouldn't contest it at all. They would just give up mid, allow the attacker side to just stay there. This time, Serenity had a perfect setup. They had someone in B main, they had someone Pizza, and they had two people in, oh my gosh. What?
Looking to play the role of clutch. Unfortunately, won't win out over Justinova, but certainly made it look dangerous for a moment. But yeah, that's absolutely right, and I think that's why Chemicals got caught with his knife out there, is he wasn't expecting a challenge for the mid control.
No, not at all. I mean, you could probably guess that there could be two people in that little cubby. In that little mid cubby there.
If you get a full mini-map and wall hacks like we have, then you're like, yeah, of course. But yeah, just from the side of Chemicals, unfortunately, limited vision for him. Didn't spot out that flank here. But Fa now will pop the Blade Storms to try and breathe some life into this eco round from the Anime Super Soldiers. But Sim looking to snuff that out. Does get traded out by Bjor, an important trade for Anime Super Soldiers to start this round off.
Oh my gosh, that kind of hurts to see getting traded out. Phantom versus Frenzy.
Doesn't feel good.
See. No, not at all. But here comes Root with the knives out, getting ready for some big pushes here.
Oh, this could pay off so big for Root if he plays this one exactly right. Oh, and he catches Bjor looking the exact wrong way, and here come the defenders. Here come the cavalry. They are storming on through B site, and that is going to be another round delivered to Serenity, bar any heroics here from Chemicals. Oh, finds damage, will find the opening kill there. That's going to get him the full armor. Important development there for Chemicals. Picks up the Bulldog, picks up the kill onto Brock. Uh-oh, hold on a tick. Here comes Chemicals, and he's got clutch on his mind.
My goodness, Chemicals has been so integral, especially with the Bulldog in hand. We saw him take a Bulldog instead of a Phantom earlier, and he did some work with it. This time, once again, doing the same thing. He's got less than 15 seconds. Might have enough time to make it all the way to the A site. Are we going to see a full A rush?
Oh, this is going to be so close. Yes, he did get in time. Goodness gracious, played that to literally the absolute last second. And there goes the Empress from Chemicals. This is actually so doable for Chemicals. Bang, in a tricky spot here as Root looks to come back him up, but Chemicals is ready and waiting. Oh, and your heart has to break for Chemicals in that moment. It surely looked to all come together for Chemicals in a 1v4, mind you.
Yeah.
Chemicals looking so dangerous and reminding Serenity they cannot take a round off. But in the end, Serenity continuing their momentum from the first game, build themselves a nice, not big, but a nice lead to start out the first half.
I will say the one thing that they're leading in is credits. Their bank is looking nice and juicy at the moment. They've got full buys in hand. I mean, there are 2 members that have a little low, but there are 3 members that have no less than 4,000 credits in their pocket, so it's a great place to be. But Pho pushes out with this operator. He's not going to get anything for it this time. No, Bjorn takes down Root. This is a tough situation, but Justinova once again pushing hard through Garage. These hard Garage pushes, you would never expect something like that, especially a team like this.
I was coming into this round absolutely questioning the sanity of the members of Serenity, asking, why are you pushing mid? Why are you pushing B? Well, there is your answer, because they will find the kills, but the side effect is they do give over this A site to Anime Super Soldiers. Can they take it back? Chemicals ready to go, but Chemicals gets taken out by Bang, and now here comes the kills, traded back and forth, 2 for 2 for now, bringing us in a 2v2. Justinova with the last defender remaining now, and his health is looking slim. Anime Super Soldiers may have been able to steal this one away from Serenity, but with the wall bang to close it up, and Anime Super Soldiers are right back in it.
Yes, they are 3-2. That's not a bad deficit at all, especially when you're in the grand finals of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. I mean, these teams are definitely pushing themselves to the very edge of their abilities, really. I mean, we're seeing some crazy flicks, some ridiculous pushes, and I'm really excited for, I mean, just the rest of what we're going to see in this Ascent map, especially once the half flips.
Be interesting to see how this map develops. So far, about as even as you can get. Here comes the Hunter's Fury from the side of Serenity. Will they be able to find a kill? Yes, Brock snipes down no one except his rival, Sova. A great snipe to get. And Anime Super Soldiers with a bit of problem solving to do here. And now an even bigger problem on their hand as the lockdown completely seals the A site for the side of Anime Super Soldiers. And so Serenity...
Oh, but the fake? Is
Yeah,
this a fake?
I think this is a bit of a bait here. They want Serenity to feel that they've committed to this A site, but Serenity not falling for this trick. Serenity have fallen completely back to the back corridors of this map. They're ready to move wherever the spike may be. They've got eyes everywhere. Save for on A site as Pho takes down Sim, and Anime Super Soldiers once again considering A site, if only for a brief moment, as Justinova takes down Frosty.
Yeah, and this might actually... I don't know. This could be a save round. They need to get the spike, but there's 2 members of Serenity. They get this. Oh my goodness, but Justinova is just too fast. And there it is. A jumping classic shot. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Serenity might take this round away from Anime Super Soldiers.
Wow, it was so valiant from Anime Super Soldiers, but it may be all for naught. Bjorn desperately trying to get this kill, will finish him off, but there is just nothing left for Bjorn to do in this round. Doesn't he know it? Backs away, candy cane in hand. A nice consolation prize.
At least he gets some sweets.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Are candy canes sweet? I mean, like, well, kinda, right? Minty. But
Yeah.
what is minty? It's not sour, I guess is my point. Like, minty
Right.
isn't sour. It's not sweet, I guess. Chat, hit us with your opinions. Is minty a sweet flavor? Let us know.
I mean, there is sugar in it, and a lot of it.
It is all sugar, some might say. It is all sugar. And so, Serenity certainly feeling sweet to start off this first half. Can they keep it going? Because Anime Super Soldiers have already shown how dangerous they can be. Serenity just has to navigate these treacherous waters. And they've got themselves a grand finals victory in their first ever VSS under the Serenity brand. What can they do here? Serenity holding firm onto the A side. Root is secret agent, man. Sneaks a kill off of Chemicals, but Anime Super Soldiers undeterred, surge forward onto A site, find themselves 2 kills of their own, make it 3, and this very well could be Anime Super Soldiers taking a round right back from Serenity.
Justinova getting pretty frisky here, but no, he's going to be traded out by Frosty ZK. It's all up to Sim. Never mind, Critical is going to take him out of the picture almost instantaneously.
Critical sent him to the underworld there. A brutal kill delivers a 3rd round over to Anime Super Soldiers. And once again, as one team starts to build a streak, the other team starts to pull the bricks out from under them. Now, Anime Super Soldiers, this could be a very big round for them to pivot off of. They can secure this round, this eco round from Serenity. Anime Super Soldiers will have a rather healthy bankroll to lead them into the rest of this half. Oh, here comes
we go.
Root.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you hate to see it, Root. It all looks so promising. It looks like the beginning of an epic Twitch clip, but it was very not epic indeed. A valiant effort as Bang forced to back away from the Nano Swarm grenade. So Anime Super Soldiers certainly making the most of their firepower advantage here in this 8th round.
Yes, they are. Now, this is just intrinsic of the pacing of Valorant. It goes really fast for a split second, then it can slow down, but Chemicals looking to keep the pressure up, gets a headshot onto Sim. You love to see stuff like that, and here we go. Serenity are going to have to retake this B site because it's all up to Justinova again, but he is taken out. Oh my goodness, Serenity does not look serene here in this moment up against the Anime Super Soldiers.
And this is the Anime Super Soldiers we saw in the first half of the first game. They look clinical here in the first half. They are dismantling the defense from all sides of the map. And Serenity, once again, the task on their hands is to try and to adapt from the pace that Anime Super Soldiers are bringing, because like you said, I mean, from time to time, it's a fast push, but then it's a slow spread offense from time to time. So we'll see how that shapes up there.
Here we go. The start of another round. A beautiful arrow spot, but no, Root's actually going to be able to, or it's going to miss that op shot and have to reset his positioning just to be able to watch this. Bang actually pushed up pretty aggressively in that situation. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought. Okay. Sometimes the walls, you know, make you think that a person is in a different place than they actually are.
Been there. Been there, done that. Anime Super Soldiers really committed to this A side of the map. They're really putting their eggs in this basket here. See what Serenity can do about it, but Serenity haven't dropped a member thus yet as the time ticks under a minute. Anime Super Soldiers running out of time here. The lockdown will come out from Anime Super Soldiers, see what Serenity do about it, but it seems like they're able to back away, and once again, this seems like a bait from Anime Super Soldiers, but Sim is ready to greet this rotate right in the face.
Oh my goodness. He is dancing with death right now. Gets one down. Is he going to be able to get 2? No, he is taken down by Pho. And here we go. Another member is taken down by Critical in a crazy situation. My goodness. Serenity 3v4. Can they clutch this one out?
It's all going to come down to these defenders here on B side. Justinova and Root. Justinova biding his time with the showstopper. Will get the kill. Will get the double kill. Here comes the clock. Here comes Justinova with the triple kill with the clutch. And Serenity, goodness gracious, they are the miracle makers here in this grand finals.
I have to apologize to you, Dilly, and I have to apologize to Serenity. I kind of gave up on that round. I thought Anime Super Soldiers were taking that away, but no. The clutch factor from Justinova is just too dang much.
I mean, it just happens sometimes for defenders when they're holding down a site and attackers are pushing from either side, that it's a walls are closing in moment, but Serenity managed to kick down the walls and stay alive. Sim doing his best survivor impression, takes an op shot, but able to heal himself back up. So the kills go 1 for 1 here in the first 15 seconds of this round. teams find themselves on equal footing, but it's Serenity who've taken
Oh my goodness.
the low end of the damage there, and Chemicals further impresses that point upon them, takes down Brock, but bang, finds the revenge there towards mid, onto Frosty. Oh, Sim could find an opening in this attack, but it's going to be Chemicals winning out in the end, and now Serenity in a 1v3 is critical. Lands the shock dart onto Justinova, bang, gets one, but that is all he'll get. Anime Super Soldiers not sending any gifts to Serenity for Christmas. Serenity is not on the Christmas card list. Anime Super Soldiers have snubbed them.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm kind of at a loss for words at the moment. I mean, look at this buy. Anime Super Soldiers, full out. They've got full armor, they've got rifles, and a beautiful operator in the hands of who has just been so integral to their really aggressive pushes on some of these sites. And oh, this positioning is just delicious. But I'm not going to get anything from it this time.
Yeah, that would be a pretty... I see Jets setting up there quite a bit, but it would be a pretty big gamble for a defender to push that far up that early on. I mean, you know, to their credit, they are holding that angle for quite a long time, but you'd have to be a pretty gutsy defender.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, we have seen Serenity do it a couple times through B, never A.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It could be a clutch, you know, a clutch angle to hold, like 1 round out of 10, you know.
Yeah, it's one of the it's definitely one of those things, like, it doesn't always pay off, but when it pays off big. We'll see if this push from the Anime Super Soldiers will pay off in the same way. Chemicals gets the action started onto Sim. Can they find the remaining members of Serenity here? Chemicals in an excellent position, and now here comes the bloodbath. Chemicals raining damage down upon his enemies. Chemicals with the ace, and that is a well-deserved cackle from the Reyna. That is going to be the ace for Chemicals, and that is going to be the lead for Anime Super Soldiers as we look set to wrap up the first half.
No way, dude. Chemicals comes out big with a huge ace in that situation? Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I mean, but you can't get the calm out fast enough. He's in the smoke.
Come.
Where in the smoke?
Exactly.
I need XY coordinates.
Just too much, and it overwhelms them. This is the one that actually that angle would probably hold well. Not this time.
Whoa.
Brock, though.
Deploying
Brock
drone.
pushed right off the back of that run it back and found himself a kill onto critical. And so Anime Super Soldiers, despite the lead, find themselves on the back foot to start off this 12th round. See if they can try and get a kill back before they have to commit to either site. But Serenity have fallen back into the dark corners of this map. Oh, Bang does not want to be revealed. No way. And Bang remains undetected. He will certainly make the most here of that boon, of that positioning here. Bjor already taking damage from the shock dart here is a weakened target for Bang to deal with. Oh, Bang wants to pull the trigger so much, but he's not going to get the opportunity here. Bjor backs away in the nick of time, and that's going to force Bang to push on out here. Will find a bit of damage, won't be able to find the kill yet. It's going to be Fa taking down Sim, and now Bang certainly not in a position he wanted to find himself in. Has to back away to that same position, but that's going to let Root take down the rival Jet in the form of Fa. And now Anime Super Soldiers, they don't know where to go. All they know is to run right into the blades of Root, right into the business end of a knife. And here come the fireworks. Here comes the Hunter's Fury looking to shut down Chemicals. 10 seconds remaining. Justinova sends a bazooka on his way and says, "You're not sending me a Christmas present. Here's a Christmas present for you."
Oh my gosh, that was such a fun situation there. That mid battle was so fun to watch. And man, when you get to watch high level Valorant like every week, I think this is one of my favorite esports to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I am totally in love with everything happening with Valorant right now. You get to see a flying colorful rocket fly and blow up someone in the middle of a map. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, you got to balance, you know, the seriousness of the tactics and the skill. Got to balance it with some levity as well. And so, expertly done by the Riot dev team. And so was the first half, expertly played by either side. Nothing to separate these teams by just yet. See who can get the edge here in the second half. If Serenity can get this game for themselves, get this series for themselves, or if Anime Super Soldiers can send us on into game 3 here. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good for Serenity. They find the opening 2 kills, but it's going to be Chemicals who evens the tide now in a 3v3.
Yes, it is. Serenity kind of getting picked apart here from Anime Super Soldiers. It is a 1v3 situation. Bang. If anybody could do it, it would be Bang. Sends in the cover so that turret, but no, my goodness. He is completely surrounded by the Anime Super Soldiers. And that's another round to the Anime Super Soldiers. To be honest, I didn't even notice that it was a 6-6 half.
It was quite close.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, as I said, nothing to separate these teams by quite yet. Anime Super Soldiers, though, despite giving that early lead over to Serenity earlier on, they've clawed their way back and now have got themselves the first lead of this game. We'll see if they can carry that forward. Do want to see, does look like Serenity have once again gone for a second round force buy. We'll see if that pays off for them. It's been 50-50 for them thus far in this series. See how this third iteration works out. Oh, critical. Looks for big damage there, but he actually won't find very much. It's going to be Chemicals who actually gets the first kill onto Justinova. Can he find any more here as Serenity look to force their way onto site? Critical lets the Ares run wild, but Sim takes him down, bringing us into a 3v3. Make it a 3v2, make it a 2v2, make it a 2v1, make it a 1v1. The kills flying in fast and furious, and bang, no! Left in such a sad situation with the Classic running out of bullets at his side. Anime Super Soldiers survive the second round onslaught from Serenity, and that puts Serenity in an awkward position. Try and get themselves in a opportunity to close out this second game.
Yeah, and that was a round 2 Vandal, by the way. Round 2 Vandal from Anime Super Soldiers. That was a huge buy for both teams. Like, they spent all of their money, and it kind of actually worked in Anime Super Soldiers' favor because obviously, like, they won the round, but they lost 4 of their members. They got to keep the Vandal, which is nice, but they lost 4 of their members after that big buy. So, I mean, like, I don't know, the econ isn't amazing on either side now because of that, but I don't know. That was a very interesting buy from both sides. Super intense. And now on the side of Anime Super Soldiers, we see a Judge. We see another Ares, which did a little bit of damage through the wall. But up against Sheriffs, it's probably going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, the full automatic capabilities certainly will set themselves apart here in this 15th round as we take a quick breather here. Let ourselves mop up any spilled drinks, pick up our cats off of our keyboards as they like to sit. But yeah, Serenity, as it did for Anime Super Soldiers in Game 1, for Serenity here in Game 2, it looked very promising from the onset. But Anime Super Soldiers have scrapped their way back into this game and now in a really good position. If they can get this round, if they can prevent the thrifty win from Serenity, Anime Super Soldiers not only get themselves a 3-round buffer, but they get themselves a sizable chunk of change to work with in the rest of this half. How will it shake down Serenity? They've got to find the damage here. They've got to find the kills. Sim wastes no time working his way forwards. Anime Super Soldiers certainly aware of this eco round. See if they can capitalize. Fuh, ready and waiting, but Fuh loses out to the Sheriff. Sim takes his head off, and now Sim spraying through the smoke gets paranoid by Frosty. And that evens the tides here to a 4v4, but not for long. Justinova takes down Critical. Chemicals takes down Bang. The kills are certainly not what Anime Super Soldiers had in mind here in this round for Serenity. Can they stay alive, or will Serenity steal this one away? Serenity, though, drop the spike towards mid. That's going to be difficult for Brock to recover here. But Brock, with an expertly placed recon bolt, spots down Chemicals, shoots him through the wall, and now Serenity have got themselves the numbers and a numbers advantage in a round they had no business winning. Justinova with that picked up Ares takes down one, but Bjor with the double kill. Can he clutch out, pick up the triple kill? Doesn't have the spike anymore. Oh, but it may not matter, and it certainly does not. Bjor with the triple kill saves Anime Super Soldiers there in a round they could not afford to give away.
I am in disbelief of that. I mean, Serenity played the long game in that round. They had two members sweeping way wide. They had Justinova all the way in CT spawn. They had, I think it was Root going all the way through A towards tree. I mean, it was a really long con. They had to, I mean, I can't remember who it was, but the Sova in mid had to hold that for a long time. Look behind you. Oh no.
The corners, they need to be checked.
I think that's another one of those situations where it's like, he's got the corner. Oh yeah, he's got the corner too.
One of these 5 people is gonna check this corner, but 0 and 5 actually did. But Serenity, despite the early trials, have gotten themselves out onto B site, but that may be all they get here in this 2v4. Bang, though, takes down the Empress of Chemicals, and Brock takes down Frosty. This is so important here as Bang in the 1v1. No, so close to the clutch, but Fa clutches it out in the end. Anime Super Soldiers looking very formidable on their map pick. Fa certainly feeling himself after that round win that he has been able to deliver to his teams. Anime Super Soldiers get themselves up into double digits, and now they are in a great spot here to close out game 2 for themselves and send us on to game 3.
I'm pretty sure that all of these players are pretty good friends in the Valorant scene, and that's why there is a lot of this going on. Like, they all constantly play together in ranked, in just scrims in general. So you are seeing, I mean, to some people who don't know, that might seem really BM.
Yeah.
But
and it was.
I mean, yes, it totally is.
All is fair between friends, of course, and these are certainly all friends here on this server. No angry messages being exchanged, I am sure. And so, Serenity now trying to go all in on this B push, forcing their way forward. They haven't revealed Bjor, and that could be a big problem. Bjor traded out there for Sim. Now Serenity in a 4v4 as the spike goes down. Can they hold on to B site a bit better this time? See how Anime Super Soldiers deals with this. The knives. Oh, the knives were popped onto Fa, but they are all for naught.
We could see a teleport come out from Bang here, but we just don't know yet. There's a lot of utility being used in this situation. It's nice and slow. Frosty picks up another kill. Oh no! A ton of damage onto Frosty is not enough yet. Are we going to... Oh no. It's looking dire for Serenity. It's a 1v2 situation, and there it is. Critical finishes it off onto Brock. And a close situation, but no, the defuse is going to come out for Anime Super Soldiers.
It was definitely
close.
Tight, yeah, the margins were tight.
Puckering,
yeah, definitely. But Anime Super Soldiers there, now 2 rounds away from this Game 2 victory. But, and it is a big but, Serenity were in a much worse shape in Game 1. Yeah. We all know how that went. So certainly, Anime Super Soldiers, no room to relax quite yet. We'll see what Serenity can do with this kind of awkward buy that they have in hand. Root does have the Blade Storm available, so no rifle purchase needed there as you hear that procced. And once again, it's going to be a B push from Serenity. They haven't been able to make it stick the last 2 times. Will this 3rd time be any different? Root looking to make the difference here. Root looking to pick up the double kill. Can he find more? Now that's going to be the 2 defenders of Anime Super Soldiers taken out on B site, and Serenity with a very promising established play onto B site here. Can Anime Super Soldiers make the retake stick?
Oh, a slow rotation again. These rotations have been really fantastic from Serenity, and now it is a 1v3 situation. Frosty picks up one, but no, Root gets the 4K to finish it off.
If Root could have Blade Storm every single round, Serenity would not lose a round. That much I am convinced. And so that made the difference there for Serenity. Staying alive, but for how much longer is the question that is being asked of them. There is still a chance Serenity close this series out here and now. The Anime Super Soldiers, they will be giving it their all to prevent that from happening. This half buy, definitely indicative of the tough economic situation Anime Super Soldiers find themselves in. See what they can do with it.
Ooh, lots of fun positioning here from Sim, making a lot of noise. Definitely trying to bait out the push as Root gets himself into a position to, take out anyone who is going to swing that. Not going to swing it this time. They do have Justinova lurking over here in Garage. And there is going to be a big cat push from Serenity towards Tree. They are going to be met by the rival Omen. Smoked off, and Justinova wins out on that one. He's going to get himself out in a very, oh my goodness, no way. A beautiful 2K gets headshot from Critical. Oh no, Dilly.
Jet said it perfectly there. Yikes. Takes the head off of Sim there. And once again, a round that shouldn't be possible for Anime Super Soldiers, looking very doable now. Spike will go down on A site for Serenity. But this is certainly not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination. Anime Super Soldiers now closing in on the A site. Here comes two members through Heaven. Oh, Root gives up that angle there on Heaven. We'll see how that plays out. He's revealed by the Recon Owl. Now here comes the three defenders remaining on the retake. Frosty with just the Frenzy. Here he comes, gets the kill, makes the Frenzy count. And that will be a gun going over to Frosty for good measure here. And no, the defense for Serenity falls apart at the seams. Anime Super Soldiers with the thrifty round. They had one Phantom and then the rest was pretty much garbage. Anime Super Soldiers get themselves onto game point, and a game 3 seems ever likely.
Wow, that was a beautiful retake from Anime Super Soldiers. They were full blind from the paranoia, but Serenity couldn't do anything about it. They were covered in smokes for themselves, and honestly, that's what kept them alive up in Heaven. There were two members up there, honestly, just kind of waiting to be killed from Serenity, but the smokes covered their butts, basically, and kept them alive long enough for another member of Anime Super Soldiers, Frosty, to push in and get some good kills.
Looks for the blind shot there, but it's going to be Justinova. Gets the round started with a kill on the chemicals. Can Serenity survive this game? Takes down Root, but Justinova takes down Frosty, but Justinova pays for it dearly as picks up the double kill. That will be all is able to find here in this round. Serenity get themselves into a 3v2, but not for long as Bjor takes out Sim, bringing it to a 2v2. Serenity haven't even been able to get out on the Spike yet. They are stuck in limbo here as Bang gets Critical, sending us into this 1v1 situation, but Bjor has so many tools available. Bjor wins out, didn't even need the lockdown there, and that is game 3 as Anime Super Soldiers take the dub on Ascent.
Man, we are moving to map 3. I'm so excited about this. We've been having so much fun in this grand finals between these two titanic rosters. That's for dang sure. So I'm really excited to see what happens on map 3.
Yeah, these teams have shown they are capable of the highest possible performances. Both these teams taking it to the limit of what is technically possible here in Valorant, and we are so excited to see what is going to be coming for us here on Game 3. And Game 3 will be on Split. So we got some ropes in the way. We got some wonky angles to hold. We'll certainly see how these teams adapt, how these teams shape their agent selection there. We're going to be taking a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with our final game of Grand Finals, and definitely stick around. You're going to want to see how this one ends up.
every time I look in your eyes. Baby, I can feel your energy, it's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I.
Welcome back, everyone, to game number 3, numero trace of week number 34 of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. If you're just now joining us, I've got to say, I'm so sorry. You have missed 2 really, really epic games here in this grand finals. It is the Anime Super Soldiers up against Serenity. Both of these teams have been going all out. They have been leaving it all out on the field. And gosh, I don't know how this one is going to go. There is simply nothing to separate these teams by.
Yeah, I don't know. And we've seen Split once today, and I don't know what we're going to see from these teams. I mean, Critical might actually be going on to the Reyna. I mean, we're seeing a little bit of flip-flop here. Brock now on that breach. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to get a lot of flashes out. Those flash points are clutch on this map. Critical kind of throwing us, at least me, for a loop.
No, yeah, absolutely. And that's something with Critical's, hovering of agents that really comes to mind is the versatility of this Anime Super Soldiers roster. We've seen Pha on 2 different agents now. We've seen Chemicals, I believe, on 3 agents now, having locked in the Rays, having been on the Jet, then the Reyna, and now the Rays.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally unheard of versatility there from the Anime Super Soldiers. Bjor holding it down on the Killjoy. So yeah, Critical picking up the Cypher there, taking a look over towards the side of Serenity. No Sova, as you pointed out, will be Brock taking on the Breach there as we move into Split. And something I haven't been conscious of until this exact moment is Sova is not in the Split meta. He doesn't work there.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen some very other interesting agents.
Yeah, the Killjoy, definitely big popular on Split, but yeah, that's really interesting actually, and I'd be interested to kind of pick one of these Sova players' brains just to kind of see like what is the breakdown there for Sova? What is the piece of Sova that doesn't work on the Split? You know, is it hard to get that recon bolt out onto these sites? I don't think so. Doesn't seem, it's hard to line up, I think, a site from spawn, but I don't know, really interesting. But we are not talking about Sova, as there is simply no Sova in this game. It is all about the anime super soldiers. It's all about Serenity here in Game 3. Winner takes pretty much all, as we are wasting no time setting off the fireworks here on A site. Critical gets the action started, but he himself gets taken out by Justinova, and that's going to be 2 kills. Quickly rolling on over to Serenity. Anime super soldiers unable to put a stop to this push out onto A.
Yeah, and this is very interesting. Chemical's going to take down Sim. My goodness, the kills are coming out one after another, but Serenity picks up a pistol round, and that is huge for them. Anime Super Soldiers have been looking so crispy in their pistol rounds these past 2 games, but this time Serenity takes off the first pistol round.
And it's going to be yet another Force Spy here from Serenity after having dropped that pistol round. I absolutely love these gambles, and you hear the pickup in my voice because we just saw Justinova pick up the Phantom light armor. So Justinova going all in here for Serenity.
So we might see a super aggressive push from Justinova, but then again, look at this. It's a super big split from Serenity. We've got 2 members going through garage, 2 members up mid. We've got 1 member and the spike all the way over at A. Are we going to see a pick over on B and then a big rotation over to A?
You guys know Split is just the name of the map, not how you have to play, right?
Right.
No, these guys, I think this is a really, oh gosh, as I'm talking here, we get the action started. Critical so close to losing out to Sim, but Critical wins out in the end with 29 of his health points remaining. There, gets away, narrowly escaping death here. But I do like this spread offense play from Serenity, but I'm not sure they're ready for the Force Spy that Anime Super Soldiers have put together.
Yeah, we see from Root the smoke over in Vent, and the flashpoint comes out. That's huge. Critical gets a nice big kill onto Root. That's going to be beautiful for Anime Super Soldiers. It's a 5v3, looking dire for Serenity in this moment.
Yeah, Serenity, that is an important kill to get, of course, but they are walking right into danger, and they don't even know it. Bjor stabs him in the back, gets the double kill, and once again, a second round Force Spy may very well deliver a second round win here to the Anime Super Soldiers. Brock, oh no, it's death from above for Brock, and Bjor cleans it out for the triple kill there. Anime Super Soldiers, it's 1-1 in games, and it's 1-1 in rounds.
There it is. I mean, all 3 of these games, I mean, besides the first game, I don't know. It was basically the same exact thing we saw first half to the second half. Anime Super Soldiers takes the first 9 rounds, and then Serenity pretty much takes 9 rounds. It was like a mirror match half on that first map, and then second map, it was just one round after another for both of these teams, like a boxing match, one punch, another punch. I don't know what's going to happen here on this split map because the variance is so huge.
Yeah.
But my goodness, I'm loving watching these teams.
I do feel, and no disparaging you, because I think this is something all casters do. I think the boxing match analogy is a little overused, but it's 100% accurate for what's going on. I literally would not be able to find another way to describe what has been going on. These guys are just punching each other in the face back to back to back, and it is impossible to decide a winner from this point on. I will start off by saying there is no gambling on the Valorant Sunday Showdown, but can you imagine if you had some sort of money or anything valuable riding on this match? You would be nervous. You would have chewed your fingernails down to the bone.
Everyone would
by
have.
this point. I can't imagine. I would love to be in the comms for either of these teams and just hear. I'm sure it's calm. I'm sure it's cool. These guys, they've been there, done that. Yeah. But me, I'd be, oh my God, guys.
Please.
I'm panicking. So Fa certainly doesn't look to be panicking here as he makes his way towards B Garage.
Oh my goodness.
Takes down Sim with little retaliation there from Serenity. So Serenity, after having picked up the pistol round, they fell to the force buy of Anime Super Soldiers, find themselves on this eco round. They're no strangers to a thrifty win, but this is looking tough. Fa forced to back away by the paint shells, but Brock sees some paint shells of his own, and that may spark a rotate here from Serenity, but it's not quick enough as Fa takes down the spike carrier, and that is a whole can of worms for Serenity to try to deal with.
Yeah, really trying to get that headshot. There it is, at least onto Fa. Ending the reign of terror onto Fa. I mean, he's been getting some crazy frags in this round. And there they go, pushing up into Garage super aggressively. They've got to get something done up mid. It is a 2v4, and their health pools are non-existent, basically.
Oh, Justinova, what are you doing there? There's no way. Justinova should have gotten away with that. Got away with a crime. There is 15 combined HP on the side of Serenity, but there is still hope for a round win if they can play this right. Oh, if they cannot reveal themselves here to Critical, dances around the fault line. Can he find the kill? Critical, and it was so close. But yes, Critical and Bjork combined to close out the round. And what looked dicey and what looked dangerous still delivers a win for Anime Super Soldiers.
My favorite part is the turret got that last kill because Justinova had 3 HP left.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing you can do.
The turret, it feels bad to die to, but at the same time, what are you going to do? Thing's got aim lock.
And 3 HP.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
Simply nothing to do up against a robot. And so, Serenity now, they need to tie it up here, or Anime Super Soldiers will have a dream start here to this game 3. See what they can do. They waste no time. Here comes Justinova with the showstopper. Narrowly escapes the clutches of Frosty there. Now Frosty with a bit of problems, but he's got Pure on the side to help him out. And here comes Chemicals as well. Here comes the Anime Super Soldiers. Goodness gracious, the kills coming in faster than the human mind can process. Anime Super Soldiers have completely diffused this push from Serenity.
They don't even have to defuse the spike. They'll just defuse the whole situation.
As soon as I said that, I was like, that's a different thing in this game. But Choice Plays got me. He's always got me. And so Fa wraps up that round there, takes down Sim. Sim looked, a little dangerous, but not dangerous enough here from Serenity.
But here's the run it back. I mean, that could be something huge in a situation like this. You've got the save round, I guess you could say. I mean,
well, yeah, that was kind of a save round, but they didn't save enough, actually.
Yeah, and they're doing it again. They're kind of half forcing this, and their econ, if they lose this round, it's not going to be amazing again.
Yeah, I'm a bit befuddled by this one. I'm interested to see how it works out because Serenity, once again, with this A-side force, they have pushed onto the site, wasting no time at all. Frosty takes a flash to the face and loses his life for it, but Bjor gets the trade here, keeping us on equal footing. And here comes Bjor once more, gets the double kill. Bjor having an absolute monster of a game here, brings Anime Super Soldiers into a 4v3, try and retake the site. What can Sim do with the run it back? The answer is nada.
and not even really any information either. My goodness, Chemicals comes flying in and does some ridiculous stuff with that showstopper. But no, Bjor once again just being on top of it all.
There's so many times when we're watching these games, and because of the omnipotent view we get, we're like, oh, they should do X to solve Y, you know? What do you do about Bjor? This guy is running wild on this map. 11-1-1, 5 rounds in. You have got to be kidding me with that stat line.
Wow. Maybe Split's kind of an X factor for anime super soldiers.
It was Serenity's pick. Yeah. Oh no, Serenity may have fallen into the anime super soldiers trap. Anime super soldiers ban away Icebox. You know, they're like, no, none of that. Yeah. And then Haven gets banned away, and anime super soldiers are like, uh-oh, are we going to Split? You don't want to go to Split. Fa takes the head off a root further, impressing the damage upon Serenity. Nova finds some revenge, but that is all he will find. He will find the business end of a bullet. Anime super soldiers up 5-1. This is a rapid game 3.
It's pretty much a repeat of what happened last week.
Yeah.
On Split, just mowing. Something about Split. That last game we saw on Split today, it was like a 13-3.
Yeah.
Last week, it was a 13-0. This week, I mean, anime super soldiers running away again on Split. I don't know what to tell you.
The interesting thing about Phoenix 1 last week wasn't Split their map pick, though? I mean, hard to remember, but I believe it was. And this is Serenity's map pick, and so far, not to be harsh, but they've dropped the ball 6 rounds in. They have got to pick it up. If they've got a game plan for this map, it's time to bring it out sooner rather than later. Here comes Bang, trying to level the difference here. What can he find? He's going to find Critical shooting him down. That's not what he was looking for.
Oh, my goodness.
Certainly not what Brock was looking for. Bjor, his reign of terror grows larger. What does Serenity do about this?
I don't know. They're having a hard time winning these gunfights because anime super soldiers have obviously injected some Red Bull straight into their hands.
Oh
because
gosh, is that the Super Soldier Serum? Have
guess
I been
so.
drinking Super Soldier Serum?
I don't know. Hopefully it's been helping your game.
I'm not any more buff.
It's obviously helping the anime super soldiers themselves.
Clearly.
My goodness, Bjor himself just coming out on top of it all. A 3K! He's died 1 time. I think he's at 15 kills right now.
I am disgusted right now by Bjor. I cannot fathom the levels of performance he's putting out right now. And I gotta say, we were asking earlier on in this round, goodness, Justinova starting to look dangerous here, does pick up the double kill, but there's simply no time on the clock. We were asking earlier in that round, what does Serenity do? And I think the answer in that round was save. Yeah. Run. Just run.
Dilly, how do you put a stop to Bjor? 15-1.
Dude, if I knew how to do that, I would go and win the VSS myself. I mean, genuinely, to be serious about it, I'm not sure there's actually an answer. Because I would trust Serenity to be tactically sound. You know, I do trust Serenity. This is their map pick. They certainly have a game plan. The game plan has clearly played into Anime Super Soldier's favor somehow. Justinova gets a bit of revenge on the Fa. Will it be enough to deliver the round? Oh, here comes Frosty, though. Gets the double kill before he gets put down, and we very quickly are in a contentious 2v2.
That was a really interesting turn of events there. I mean, he tried to go in with the showstopper, kind of missed out because he got hit by the paranoia. Justinova, though, like you said, looking so dangerous. He has to, oh my gosh, he has to pick something up. No!
Oh, my heart is broken for Justinova. No. It was all coming together, but that lockdown simply too large.
Oh, man. You could see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It was the corner. So close.
Just not enough time.
Oh, it's like when you're going for the defuse and the bomb explodes and shows you some ridiculous number like 0.02, and you're like, oh, oh, one step, like literally like
Yeah.
one frame earlier, and I am in there. Same for Justin over there, heartbreakingly close to escaping the lockdown, but it was all for naught. Anime Super Soldiers with a dominant first half here on Serenity's map pick. If Serenity wants to make this their map in the end, they certainly need a better defending side than how this attacking side is going. So close to a multi-kill here.
I mean, if he just like clicked the trigger
I
there.
know. You know, the accusations would have started rolling in. And so, playing rather smartly, does Pha backs away there. Only takes two. He's not greedy. Pha only takes two, leaves enough for his teammates to pick up. Critical says, I'll have one. I'll take one. The Bull says, please take one. Pha might have taken two.
Share the load.
Yeah, Anime Super Soldiers, I can only imagine the comms are, hey, can we get some kills? You're taking literally all the kills!
There it is.
Pha finally gets himself a multi-kill, and I say finally not because he's playing poorly, but simply because Bjor is a vacuum cleaner sucking up the members of Serenity.
16 and 2. I mean,
Jeez Louise.
that's kind of scary. We've seen.
Kind of. Understatement of the year. I'm shaking in my boots over here. I'm not even in the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these Killjoys, man, they're coming up in the world. It's
Yep.
scary how good these Killjoy players are. They've definitely, I mean, I don't think people they don't have the tech to stop a Killjoy yet.
Yeah.
They're still coming up with it. They're in the labs figuring out how to stop a psychotic Killjoy just like Bjor.
It's so difficult when she's got robots on her side. How do you beat robots? Serenity with a tough task here ahead of them, trying to dismantle the robotics that Anime Super Soldiers have in place. This is an excellent start, though, for Serenity here in this 10th round. What can they make of it, Sim? With the backstab here. Oh, Bjor turns around quick enough to meet his end. Can Sim find anything more? Sim, no! What the heck was that?
That's gonna be a clip, and I don't know if it's a good what? Excuse me.
Pha, not to be outdone by Bjor, picks up the double, picks up the triple, almost picks up the quad. But now we are in a 1v1 here. Critical, the time is ticking against him. Will he get it to halfway? Yes, but bang, too quick on the draw. And that is a crucial round for Serenity. Whoa, and bang, ducks, dips, dives, and dodges away from that. Is it an implosion? Explosion?
Explosion.
Okay,
I
okay.
think. Implosion.
Can we get a
goes in.
physicist in here?
Yeah. What is going on with the spike? I
What
don't
is
know.
that? Kind of dark matter voodoo you got going on there?
I don't know.
I not to be off topic or anything, but has that been explained like in the Valorant lore what that is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
As long as it's explained somewhere, I can Google it later.
Yeah.
Root, though, is going to be Googling how to hold mid on split because the answers not revealing themselves as of yet. Here comes Bang with his attempt. Here comes the push by Serenity, and they push right into Bjor, but Sim, with that perfectly placed Molly, takes down Bjor as Chemicals with a perfectly placed Showstopper, takes down Banging. That's going to be Chemicals picking up the double kill in Serenity. They got off to a strong, confident start here in this round, but Chemicals dismantles them.
Dismantle is a great word. Frosty with a crazy flick onto Brock. It doesn't even matter that he had the upper hand, literally. He just gets instantly taken down.
Yeah, Sim, you saw the fear in Sim's eyes. He thought about challenging it, but he ran right away, and maybe he should have kept on running, as that is going to be Anime Super Soldiers with the opportunity to get themselves onto double digits in the first half? Ay, ay, ay.
Yikes.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Bjor, goodness gracious, certainly in need of a new HyperX Cloud Core Stinger headset. Wanting that shipped to him courtesy of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. And be tough to say anyone else has got their hands on it thus far.
I mean, Buzz quite the contender with flicks like that.
Oh, Root, you are playing a dangerous game, my dude. Goodness gracious, he gets away with it, but is it enough to turn the tides here for Serenity in this 4v5 fight? Able to back away to safety, won't be able to land that snipe, but does actually find big damage onto Brock. And so Serenity in the 4v5, more like a 3v5 when you consider the HP there of Brock. Here comes Bang with this push around the corner, but loses out the critical. It looks so promising. Can Root save the day with the knives? No, Chemical takes his head off, and Fa completes, I believe, his third triple kill of the match in the first half.
I mean, you said, is there going to be another contender for the MVP?
Yeah.
There it is.
Mathematically speaking, yeah.
That's looking pretty insane right now.
Whoa.
What do you do in this situation?
And again, not to be off topic, but Frosty just pulled off a sick 360 walking out of spawn there. That was gnarly.
Gnarly, dude.
Radical. You guys can't see it, but I'm doing like, you know, Shaka Bros. Yeah, I'm giving you guys a Shaka Bro. One of these days, we're gonna get a picture-in-picture caster cam, so you guys can always like see the crazy faces we're making. Because I promise you, there are certainly some screen cap worthy faces that me and this guy are making. We are animated cartoon characters reacting to the dominance of the anime super soldiers. 10-2. As we move into the second half, a dominant lead over Serenity. There is simply no other way to describe it. Now Serenity, they mounted a Herculean comeback in game 1. Can they do it again to save their hopes here in game 3?
I mean, it could happen because another defensive heavy map. I mean, that's what people like to say. Split is a very CT-sided map. But I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore. Dilly, these players, all of these guys are just cracked out of their minds when it comes to Valorant. So I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, I've seen so many things. Oh, goodness, Root gets taken out there by Chemicals, the Frenzy winning out over the Classic. But I've seen so many things I just simply wouldn't have expected. For example, Justinova winning out over 2 members of Anime Super Soldiers there. Almost got away with it, too. Bringing them into a 3v2 as Brock gets dropped there on the backside.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bjor. No, Bjor. So dangerous this guy is. Once more, always wanting more, always pushing for more. Can he get more? Yes, Bjor gets more.
Beautiful. Bjor gets more, and let's see that in the chat.
Selling some t-shirts with that on it. Not affiliated with Bjor in any way. Oh no, and Sim certainly would say the same. He is not affiliated with Bjor. Quite the opposite. He is quite contentious with Bjor, as Bjor has inflicted quite a bit of pain onto Serenity here. And Serenity, in their first outing under the Serenity banner, have put together a monstrous performance here today. Is it enough to stop the anime super soldiers who are off the super soldier serum?
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. But we saw it in game 1. They got to get into their mentals. They've got to be ready for it. They've got to want it. And if they do, I feel like they could actually get it. We might even see some psychotic overtime, but I just don't know. Critical takes out Sim. Oh no, is that the nail in the coffin for Serenity?
Oh, Justinova trying to breathe life into the squad, but once again, Justinova's wings clipped in the air. And now Serenity find themselves in a 3v4. They've got to try to find a way to get an edge, and Bang does get a kill onto Bjor, the most important kill Serenity could find here in this 14th round. Fa wins out over Bang, though, and as Anime Super Soldiers get the spike down. Can Serenity make this retake stick? It is not looking likely. It is looking like match point for the Anime Super Soldiers.
Oh my goodness, I mean, catch is critical, kind of slipping there a little bit, but I feel like it is getting to the point where Serenity is slipping themselves. They're kind of I don't know. It seems like some of these pushes are a little too aggressive where they shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think I hate to use this analogy, and you're gonna probably mean mug me for saying it, but I think they've just run out of gas. The tank is empty for Serenity. This is not a Serenity-esque performance here on Split, and I say that as a big compliment to Serenity because we know what these guys are capable. They are capable of the highest level of Valorant competition, and so Anime Super Soldiers have simply brought them to the brink. Anime Super Soldiers putting on a show for us, and I'm sad this game may end soon because I am not done saying Anime Super Soldiers.
Who is it, man? It's so fun to say. Bang, though, gets a nice double kill onto the Anime Super Soldiers. It looks like Bjorn and Far are setting up here on the site, sending stuff to each other.
Here, you take this, and I'll take that, and all right, plant the spike. And Foe's like, I didn't need a gun. I got knives. I'm bringing knives to a gunfight. And it's going to work out.
I feel like this is the only time bringing a knife to a gunfight actually works, but Justinova wins out in that gunfight. But my goodness, it's still Bjorn left alive, who is absolutely insane. A nice double kill. Is this going to be the finish? Oh my goodness.
No, Bjorn, do not do this to Serenity. Can he get away with it? Justinova takes out the turret, an important kill to get, but Bjorn clutches it out. That is your Valorant Sunday Showdown, week number 34 champions, ASS, Anime Super Soldiers.
You said what was on everybody's mind, Dilly G, but my goodness, what a performance by the Anime Super Soldiers themselves. What a fun grand finals. I am just blown away.
Whew, I'm a little sweaty over here. It was so intense from start to finish, and with how close games 1 and 2 were, no one could have seen that monstrous Game 3 performance. The Anime Super Soldiers, it's already too much for me to handle.
Yeah.
The Anime Super Soldiers put on quite a display there in Game 3. They showed that they falter at times, but when it counts the most, they put the pieces together, and they put them together for a near flawless victory. And of course, GG's to the new Serenity roster. A massive, massive accomplishment to get this team so far in this bracket on their first outing. It is so, so impressive, and I think I speak for both of us when I say we are absolutely giddy to see what is next for Serenity. But as it is, today is all about the Anime Super Soldiers, and more so, it is about one player in particular who has been able to wrap up that HyperX MVP of the match. And before it rolls in, predictions, I'm going to say Bjorn.
I'll say Fa, just
could be
get it out
Bjorn,
there.
could be Fa. We'll see. It's gonna be Bjorn. Average combat score 268, putting in an absolute killer performance with the Killjoy. Bjorn, take a bow, and as we say, Bjorn does more.
There it is. Such a beautiful catchphrase. We love it. I hope you take it, Bjorn, and we'll give it to you free.
Yeah,
this time.
you can have that. You can have that's all yours. Make it your Twitter header. Maybe quote me with a little like hyphen Dilly G 2020 comma with my Twitter handle. No, you don't. No, but seriously, just a massive performance from the Anime Super Soldiers. When we were starting the tournament here today, taking a look at the teams that were signed up, this was a team that, of course, caught our eye. Firstly, for the name, of course, but then when we took a look at the roster, we knew these were some serious players. These are some serious contenders, and my goodness, they showed they can contend with the best of the best, and I do hope this isn't the last we see of the Anime Super Soldiers.
Yeah, absolutely. What a grand finals we just had. I am fulfilled with my competitive Valorant. Absolutely satisfied with the ridiculous amount of skill and play we have seen today, all the way from the group stage to the grand finals. I mean, we have non-stop fantastic players, fantastic plays, and I am ready for next week, the 35th Valorant Sunday Showdown. That's a lot of VSSs.
Already counting down the hours. I couldn't tell you exactly how many it is, but I'll get back to you. I'll have my math guy get on that. But yeah, week 35 quickly approaching here. We will have signups for week 35 going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to keep an eye on Twitter at Vanguard Champs for that link, as well as you can hit ! register in chat. That will take you to our Battlefy page. Be sure to hit ! Discord as well. Hop in our Discord. Check out all the crazy clips these players are posting, all of the cool stuff we've got in there for you as well. But if I'm not mistaken, that will do it for us here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown. It has been an absolute joy to spend our Sunday with you all here. And one last time here for week 34, I'm Dilly G.
And I'm Choice Plays.
We'll see you guys next week.